Hello, everybody. Suzanne with Dawning Visions Hypnosis. For a lot of people, doing therapy with other folks is really fulfilling. For other people, it's fine for part-time, but they need to have other types of income-producing activities to really be able to feel fulfilled. So I guess my question to you is, are you aware of how you can actually add on other things to your income production? Because there's quite a few things that you can do with the education that you have. One of those things is you can go into academia and actually teach. You could find a college or university that would allow you to actually teach on a subject that you find fascinating that you'd like to share with the students. Another thing that you can do is you can do supervision for therapists who need supervision as they're going through their educational process, like you had to do to receive your license. If you're the type of person who likes mentoring others, that's a really fun thing to do for you. I know for myself, I love doing the training and the mentoring of my trainees for hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming. Because the really fun thing is when you actually are mentoring them and they come back to you and they tell you, oh my God, what you told me to do actually worked. Yes, that's why I'm the mentor, right? Because I can help the person to actually figure out what they need to do as they're learning how to integrate hypnotism and neuro-linguistic programming into their practices. It's really fulfilling. And you're not dealing with the actual patient's problems. Your supervisee is. So it's a very different way of doing the work. You can also do writing. You can write books, which is also a fun thing to do. Although you have to be careful in terms of if you're writing case studies and how to go about doing that. But there's plenty of psychiatrists. Brian Weiss comes to mind immediately. Many Masters, Many Minds, and he's written a few other books that were pretty incredible, actually. And there's a lot of people out there in the world of mental health who write about case histories in their books. And it's important because people need to understand what goes into the treatment of mental health patients. It's not something that's well understood, I can guarantee you, based on the fact, well, the questions that I get on CORE, which is a forum where people can ask questions and other people can answer them, many folks don't know it's expected in their first appointment. They don't understand where the boundaries are between themselves and the psychologist, psychiatrist, mental health worker. Many of them don't know what questions they can ask or not ask. Of course, that varies depending on the practitioner and what they allow, and a whole bunch of other stuff they don't get. So, and that doesn't even cover the whole idea of what the actual mental illness is that you might be writing about, because people do want to research this stuff once they get a diagnosis in a lot of cases. It helps them to better understand what's going on with themselves. So these are all like really useful things that you can do that can bring in extra income. It helps you to become more creative in different ways and expand what you're doing. So those are just a few ideas. Because there's so many things that you can do with this field. And if you actually get sick of doing therapy, and sadly, between 2 and 7 years, most therapists do leave doing therapy for whatever the reasons are, you can see that there's a whole lot of other avenues you can go into. There's also other areas of psychology that you can get involved in as well. It's another question I get a lot on CORE in terms of, if I don't want to do therapy, what else can I do with my psychology degree? Well, you can do experimental psychology. You can do all kinds of work inside of companies. There's so many different types of psychology out there that a person could look into doing that has nothing to do with therapy, quite frankly. So you have a lot of options. And that's a good thing. If you're interested in learning how to do hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming, which is my mission to teach all of the conventionally trained therapists to be able to do, because we are able to get into the subconscious, unconscious mind of the client where the transformation has to happen. That would be in the amygdala and the hippocampus of the brain instead of the prefrontal cortex where all the reasoning, rationalizations, and judgments happen, which gets in the way of conventional therapy often. Whereas we don't have that problem using hypnotic techniques. So if you're interested in that, I'll put my contact information in the description box below. And you can contact me and we'll schedule a video call to see if that's something you'd like to pursue. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time, bye-bye.